Hello YouTube! I am KCruzer and these are my thoughts. Now for those of you who are here for the first time, hello and welcome. And for the rest of you who are wondering about the mask, trust me, I'm doing you all a favor. Welcome to video 5. What would make the perfect Dragon Ball Z game? Truth is, there's no right or wrong answer for this because there are things that people would like to see that some people would not like to see, and vice versa. So I'm going to be talking about my thoughts. Well, hey, as you may know, Dragon Ball Z games have been in pretty much a slump lately. I mean, Raging Blast 1 and 2 did okay at best, but they still didn't have the impact as the best Dragon Ball games ever. I'm talking about Budokai Tenkaichi 3 to be precise. 1 and 2 did okay so far. And then we heard about Ultimate Tenkaichi. We were astounded by it, but in the end, it came out severely lacking in just about everything. People were just so mad, ticked off, and kind of messed up. In fact, when I first heard about the whole only 41 character thing, I was having a hard time believing it. Some guys posted a link. I clicked on it, and it didn't work. I told him, "I'm sorry, dude, your link doesn't work," and I don't believe it. I'd rather wait for the game comes out. Then, like the idiot that he is, he started trolling me, started cursing me out. Can't even come up with a good insult for crying out loud. And in the end, I decided to just leave. Who is this idiot? He shall remain unnamed. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one that's booting all my top comments to disappear. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Anyway, let's talk about Dragon Ball Z games. What will make the perfect Dragon Ball Z game? Well, let's start off. Let's start off with graphics. Who cares as long as they're good? Because I'm going to explain this once. If you're a true gamer, then you should know better than anyone that graphics do not make the game. I mean it. Graphics do not make the game. So let's just skip that. As long as they're good and they stay with a good Dragon Ball Z feeling, that'll be good. Okay, let's talk about modes. Well, of course we have to have story mode, despite the fact that if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you already know the story by heart. And yet every single Dragon Ball Z game, we play the same story over and over and over again. But people still like to see a story, so yeah, put it on there. Well, a lot of people did not like this about Raging Blast 2, but I loved it. It was called Galaxy Mode, and in order to beat that game, you had to play as every single character to defeat every single specific stage, which was a good way to show how to play as certain characters. I mean, instead of just playing the characters you like, you actually had to try out each character to beat the whole game. And then you find out that you actually like these characters too. I mean, it's rare to actually fight a villain online because everyone wants to choose the hero. Or maybe not a big villain, a minor villain. There's of course, story mode. Galaxy mode should be brought back along with story mode. And of course, we have to have tournaments. It doesn't matter how many, just as long as they don't have the Yamcha games. Yeah, well, those modes could stay. Of course, online play. If they want, they could have a training mode where you could build up your own character. What else? Well, like I said, there's no really right or wrong answer for what will make the perfect Dragon Ball Z game. I think the point is that they have to find the right formula and improve on it. For example, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had the right formula, but they didn't really improve on that. They just they took some of the best things out and put Raging Blast, and well, it just didn't have that same impact. You know what I mean? I hope so. Anyway, well, hopefully there will be a Dragon Ball game because Now, this year, we are getting a new Dragon Ball game. What? It's Dragon Ball Z for Connect. Oh. I've seen Dragon Ball Z for Connect, and no. No. We need a real Dragon Ball Z game. I mean, I can understand for the Wii, because at least the Wii actually tries. What else? Well, okay, well, here's what I think they should add for Dragon Ball Z games. Instead of the same things over and over again, only with improved graphics. Well, they gotta bring back a good combat system. And hopefully make them actually feel powerful, because the Raging Blast games were okay, but they just didn't feel powerful. If you know what I mean. If you actually compare Ultimate Budokai Tenkaichi to Raging Blast, you actually see that, like I said, it just doesn't feel as powerful as Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Okay. Well, okay. Let's go back to Ultimate Tenkaichi. I think the one thing that actually did right was the whole anti-spamming of the whole Kamehameha things. Because you have to build up that meter by finding your opponent instead of just charging up and firing, charging up and firing, charging up and firing, and etc., etc. And that was a good way. That was a good way. But the problem with Ultimate Tenkaichi was that everything in that game was based upon luck. Everything. It was nearly impossible to get a perfect on an online player. If they could just for the fireballs, that'd be good enough. But the fireballs fill up very slowly. That should be the main thing. What else? You feel free to disagree with me. Don't feel free to troll. You will be banned. I mean it. Okay. Anyway, well, okay. Let's talk about one big thing that people love about Dragon Ball Z games that they like to see more of. Characters. I mean, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had the most characters ever from all three series. Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Raging Blast had a lot of characters, but no Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball GT characters. Just more Dragon Ball characters from the movies that we haven't played as before. You know, like Android 14, Android 13, Freezer's Armor Squad, Cooler's Armor Squad, and Turbo, Vegeta's brother. If we can match all the characters from Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast 2 and put them together, that'd be great. All we have to do is get rid of the useless characters. You know, characters like the Freezer Soldier or Apul. I wouldn't mind more Dragon Ball characters. I mean, who have we played as besides Kid Goku, Master Roshi, Mercenary Tao, Grandpa Gohan, Android 8, Nam, King Piccolo, Tambourine, and Kid Chi-Chi. Oh, and a Raleigh, or a Rayleigh, however you pronounce it. Who knows? Who knows? If they want, hopefully they can add more Dragon Ball characters like Kid Krillin, Kid Piccolo. Who knows? Maybe Giran or the Crane Hermit. Oh, here's a good one. Adult Chi-Chi. I mean, she was surprisingly good in Super Dragon Ball Z. And if they could put her in a game, that'd be great. That'd be great. Having the powerful and the Bancho fan again. Anyway, well, let's skip over to Dragon Ball GT. I mean, they had a few characters there. Pan, Oob, Baby, Super 17, Omega Shenron, and Omega Shenron and Nova Shenron. They were pretty cool. It was surprisingly pretty good. If they wanted to, for GT, they could add more characters, like Teen Goten, or General Rildo, even Dr. Mew. Heck, if they wanted to, they could put the 7 Shadow Dragons. And, well, they could have a giant battle there. Also, I forgot to mention this. I like the giant battles in Ultimate Tenkaichi, but the the control response was just so pathetic. I mean, I'm doing a blast, thinking I'm okay, then suddenly he just stops and freezes. I need him to move out of the way, and I still get smashed and smashed and smashed. Took me a while to figure it out, but I got it. Anyway, well, if they could add more characters and take out the useless characters. Speaking of characters, what happens when they put all the characters in, but we still want more Dragon Ball Z games? Then what? There's nothing we could do. So, what I like to see is mix it up a bit. Add what-if stories. Like, what would happen if this happened instead of this? Who knows? The possibilities are endless. They could do whatever they want. Or, better yet, how about what-if characters? That'd be great. And, well, who knows? For example, for Dragon Ball GT, what if Pan was the hero? What if she became a Super Saiyan and kicked baby's butt? Wouldn't you like that? I can't help it. I like Pan. In case you're wondering, I won this off eBay. I love my little Pan fan. Okay, I'm gonna stop disturbing you now. Yeah, like I said, a Super Saiyan Pan, because I'll be honest with you, I know a lot of people do not like her, but I like her a lot more than I do like Bulma. I mean, the only reason people like her is for fan service. So yeah, Super Saiyan Pan, if they want to, other what-if characters. I mean, for the Rage and Blast series, we got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Unfortunately, they were just gimmicks. They were just put in there to be put in there. They weren't even transformations. They weren't even super secret. They were just there. But they could add more. In fact, they could take a lot of characters from Dragon Ball Heroes, which is a card-ass game. Look it up. I can't describe it. And whenever you see Dragon Ball Hoshi, that's actually Dragon Ball Heroes. Hoshi is fake. And with Dragon Ball Heroes, they added some new what-if characters. Like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. Future Trunks. I'm still trying to figure out how that works. And just recently I found out that there's a Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, if they could add more what-if characters. Heck, if they actually finally add Teen Goten, imagine him and Teen Trunks. Fusion! Ha! You get the idea. Teen Gotenks. I can already hear the fangirl screaming. Okay, heck. And other what-if characters, and I wouldn't mind more female characters too. I mean, Android 18 and Videl can only do so much. You know what will be really great? As you may know, for Ultimate Tenkaichi, they finally announced character creator. Needless to say, everyone was like, yes! Then the actual thing came out. So, yeah. Kind of blew it. I mean, we can only make male Saiyans. I want to make male and female Super Saiyans. I wouldn't mind them both becoming Super Saiyans. They become Super Saiyans in Dragon Ball Online and a Korean MMO, and Dragon Ball Heroes. Look it up. The female Saiyans look amazing. They also, you can make up your own Namekian, you can make up your own Majin. Believe it or not, there's such a thing as a female Majin in Dragon Ball Online as well. You can make made-up aliens, like Freeze Rate, and heck, I wish you could make up your own androids. And you could upgrade them to super androids, you know, like 13 and 17. Or how about this for a what-if character? Super Android 18! I think my nose is bleeding. Anyway, like I said, I don't think there's really a right answer for the perfect Dragon Ball Z game. That's as long as it's done right and done well. But you never know. Who knows? Like I said, I like to see all these things. Female Super Saiyans, Super Saiyan Pan, more Super Androids, more possibilities. But let's not go crazy with the Dragon Ball AF thing, you know, like Super Saiyan 5, Goku and all that. 4 is enough. Oh well, as long as Dragon Ball Z games keep coming out, I'm gonna keep on playing them. I am not getting Connect. I have Connect, but that's for my kids. Yeah. Anyway, well, until then, Dragon Ball Z still reigns supreme. Until then, this is KCruzer
and Little Pension
signing off, saying, Kamehameha.